Given the fact that state governments have now started opening up parts of the economy and that caseload is coming down, as former finance minister, what would be your prescription on the roadmap the government should take in the remaining months of this fiscal to ensure that we're able to get the economy on track as soon as possible, as effectively as possible?
I think they are still sleeping on the job. I don't think they have woken up. If they had woken up, they would listen to Dr. Abhijit Banerjee. They will listen to many other economists and writers. They will listen to the IMF. The point is, when will the government wake up to do more spending, more cash transfers, more distribution of free ration? Unless these three things are done, they were not done last year. They were done in bits and pieces. And then the assessment of the World Bank and others is that although they announced a 20 lakh crore high-sounding Atmanirbhar, the actual stimulus was only about 4 lakh crore. If they wake up now and do all the things that have to be done, which were not done last year, it's still possible to save the remaining 3 quarters, provided there is no third wave or a fourth wave. So we'll assume that there is no third wave or a fourth wave. We'll assume that the second wave will end on June 30 or shortly thereafter, and we'll have a full 8 to 9 months to revive. If they do all these things, the economy will revive. Otherwise, it will return pretty mediocre growth.
No, so you're pushing for printing money. It seems to be down.
I'm pushing for borrowing. There is huge space for borrowing. If at one point of time they think that the borrowing is going beyond the limit, monetize that part of the fiscal deficit, which is print money. I'm not saying print money straight away. I'm saying borrow money first. You've got about 4 lakh crore, I'm told, in the RBI as cash reserves. Spend that first and then borrow. And then if after that you still need money, print money. But that will be a very small number. And when you feel that you've printed maybe a little too much, stop printing. What is this sovereign power to print currency for if you don't use it now?
Let me quote to
you
what
that sovereign power?
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said in a recent interview, responding to questions about not announcing a new stimulus. She says, and I quote, "We're just in May, even the first quarter is not over. The budget, which is designed for a COVID-affected economy, will have to go down to people. We're not even taking that on board, and we've started talking about the need for another big deal stimulus."
That's the confession of failure. The budget was presented on February 1. The year started on April 1. So they had February and March to prepare the departments to spend. And they had April and May to start spending. If after 4 months of the budget, the finance minister would say the budget is not kicked in, I think they're sleeping on the job.
What are you making of the fact that the vaccination numbers are likely to go up, especially from July? We've already been told that this month, 12 crore vaccines will be available. From next month onwards, the government hopes that 1 crore vaccines could be available a day. And if that is the case, then the speed at which we'll be able to inoculate the population, which will have an impact on how soon life can start getting back to normal, will also be faster. So does that give some sense of confidence?
You see, they goofed up on the vaccines. You know why? They placed an order only in January this year, whereas Europe and America, Japan placed orders last May and June. They gave an advance supply order only on end of April, and they had the gall to say on 3rd of May, we gave money last month. They gave it 1 week earlier, the last week of April, but they just, without blinking an eye, they said we gave it last month. All right, forget those foibles. So they are late, as a result of which the vaccine program has been seriously interrupted. For example, in Tamil Nadu, there will be no vaccination beginning tomorrow for 4 days because the next lot of vaccines will arrive only on the 6th of June morning. So they'll resume vaccination on the 6th. They don't have vaccines for 4 days. Jharkhand says, Goa says, I have no money to carry out vaccinations. All right, let me assume that they have somehow augmented the supply of vaccines. Now, the best I could gather from news reports is that the total supply of vaccines from the two domestic manufacturers will be about 12 and 5, maybe 17 crores a month. I don't know where you get 1 crore a day.
No, because there's also Sputnik. So there's not just Bharat Biotech and SII, there's also Sputnik.
Sputnik has started arriving. The total arrival of Sputnik does not add up to 1 crore doses even now. It may arrive. The point is 30 crore is an ambitious number. I've been asking for the two domestic manufacturers to disclose what was your production every month since they started production, what is the dispatch every month, and who did they dispatch to? Why is the government not asking them for these data which is available on the records of the two companies? You don't have to invent, you don't have to create anything. It's available every day. What did you produce and pack every day? What did you dispatch every day? And whom did you dispatch? Anyway, the Supreme Court has asked them for numbers. Supreme Court has expressed skepticism over their claim that they'll have 216 crore doses by the end of December. I wish them well, but let them give us an account of how many doses will be available every month in the remaining 7 months beginning today. Let them give that number. We're not going to question the truthfulness of the number. We just want the number of the record.